Hello and welcome to Beam Them Up. I'm Monica Renee and I help aspiring entrepreneurs start and scale their businesses. And today I would like to talk about something that's been trending on social media the last couple of weeks.
I wanted to talk about the boycott that happened supposedly on August 1st. It seems like someone was dissatisfied with the outcome of African hair braiders, so they decided to create this whole movement to boycott not only African hair braiding salons, but also African businesses. And this was happening in America, in the United States. And I had created this video when I first heard about it, but I never uploaded it. And I didn't know, they actually had a boycott date. So I just wanted to give my opinion on what I think about the whole process and let me know what you think about it, okay? I guess it's over. I think it caused a lot of dissension between Africans and African Americans. We have to look at that and look at why these dissensions are happening because so much is going on in the world, and it would benefit someone if Africans and African Americans were at odds. Listen to the video and let me know what you think.
I'll leave a link to that video in my description box. So let's dive into the possibilities of why these conflicts are happening more than ever before. The first question that comes to my mind is it because the salon owners are overwhelmed, understaffed? That may be, but let me ask you something deeper. What if the problem is that some business owners don't actually like the people they're serving? Think about it. If you're the salon owner and you're constantly frustrated by your customers, if every message or complaint gets under your skin, causing shouting matches, or if you dread engaging with your clients, maybe you're not serving the right people. This happens when businesses are built out of pressure or desperation instead of purpose. If you're building a business or work as an African hair braider, ask yourself this question. Would I still want to serve these people even when things get tough? If you love who you serve, it shows in everything you do. And that's the version of you that keeps getting paid. However, if you don't love your customers, then you may need to do some soul searching of your true intentions toward those customers that you have a problem with. Because African American women are ready to start boycotting braiding salons, African hair braiding salons. And these are two powerful women, right? We know African American women are powerful and strong, and we know African women are powerful and strong. And these two coming together and clashing, okay. So, although I have not had my hair braided in a salon in quite some time, my only complaint back then was that the price would keep changing, right? It would fluctuate every time I go to get my hair done. So if I go this month and pay $200 to get my hair braided, and 2 months later I come back and I try to get it redone, they're going to charge me $250. So that was my complaint, and that's one of the reasons why I stopped going, because the prices were too fluctuating. And then another thing is that when they would drop the comb on the floor and pick it up, they would put it back in my hair without sanitizing it. And that's definitely a pet peeve of mine, because I did go to cosmetology school, and that's a big no-no. You have to sanitize when you drop a comb on the floor. Okay. So a lot of hair braiders never went to cosmetology school, so they may not know the standard, right? That a lot of American women, we understand the standard of what's right and what's wrong. The owner may know, but maybe they didn't teach the braiders. So other than that, I never had a problem. The African braiders were always courteous to me. I don't know what they have been saying, maybe behind my back in their own language, but that has nothing to do with me. That's on them, right? But my thought on this issue is that we have to understand the real dynamics that are at play here, okay? First off, Africans from the continent were colonized. African American Blacks are the descendants of the Africans who were enslaved and brought to America. Okay. So we are actually the descendants of their ancestors as well. Right. So I don't want to get into the conversation that some of us were here. Yes, some of us were already here. Right. Africans went throughout the whole world. Their fingerprints and footprints are everywhere. Okay. But I'm talking about the transatlantic slave trade. So the majority of African Americans, our ancestors experienced all sorts of atrocities, and we're still experiencing certain things in the United States that Africans haven't. And not to say that colonialism didn't affect Africans in harmful ways as well. So I don't want to get into all the details. That could be another conversation. However, both of these institutions created a certain type of mindset within those people in those groups. We know that Africans, they may live in America, but they can always go back to Africa. They have family there, their grandparents, etc. Right? They have a community, they have a home there. African Americans, we don't have a family in Africa. Yes, that's where our ancestors are from, but there was a disconnect. So we can't just say, oh, I'm going back to go see my great grandmother, my grandmother. You understand? We don't have that connection like that. We are products of America. So how can we change this dynamic so we can respect each other for who we are and the trials and tribulations we each have gone through? Because there seems to be an underlying psychosis that we have yet to get to the bottom of or heal from.